So in his address to the nation, President Trump highlighted just some of his administration's accomplishments this year. Watch.
After just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools. We have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close. I've restored American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza. Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin.
All right, let's bring in the co-host of Outnumbered, the host of the Faulkner Focus, Harris Faulkner. Harris, what did you think of the address last night?
Well, first of all, he hit on all the things that people need to hear and how it's going to get better. We all know how we got here. That's why that man and his friend Kamala Harris are not in the White House. Like, we get that. And he reminded everybody of that, the high inflation, that was important to do. But what I think he did that was most important last night is carve out the future based on his policies. People have a lot of confidence in his policies. That's also what ushered him into office. And of course, the border crisis, which he's already won on. Like, he wins on that almost daily. But with this, he's pointing out, OK, so there's inflation. Yes, there are tariffs. But that tariff money, this is what that does. The inflation is low, right? But we started with very high prices because of what we dealt with in the previous 4 years. You can't change the prices, but you can slow down how much faster they go up. And that's what he's done. Now, he will be attacking prices in a different way through energy. That was his main thing on the campaign trail. And yesterday, I got a very close-up view of what that's going to entail.
Yeah, you had a walkthrough on 3 Mile Island.
Right. We had a worldwide exclusive getting in there, first journalist, my team and I, the Faulkner Focus, in there since it shuttered in 2019. Now, here's what a lot of people don't know. In 1979, they had that partial meltdown. It was a disaster. It was a disaster from what was going on and also from the way it was communicated. And people were left with a lot of distrust of the whole system, of the whole industry.
And nuclear energy.
Yeah, well, the whole industry, right? So in 2019, though, it closed for a different reason because of how the government had pulled away the subsidies. And you got to have some support for this, for nuclear. You do. There are a lot of bells and whistles with this, but it boils right down. They have built these things in communities. The government wants to partner. So you've got Microsoft, Constellation now owns the plant. So that 1979 disaster ended up in the Unit 2 being destroyed. Unit 1 became one of the biggest producers in the world of nuclear. Like, amazing. And it ran till 2019, until the Obama-Biden administration decided to pour more money into renewables, which didn't turn out to be solvent for the nation.
Right. We're still waiting for that to kick in. So now here's a look of just a preview of what you're going to see today. Watch.
Everybody walks into one of these and they look, oh boy, this looks like all 1970s hardware, all the dials. What they miss is that we've supplemented all of that equipment with state-of-the-art computer controls that are now performing functions faster and detecting trends in the power plant faster than we ever could. When we restart the plant, it's going to be the first plant that we're going to restart with AI technology embedded.
So do you think this is going to go to utility costs? This is going to affect people's utility bills?
So you saw in that video, that was the CEO of Constellation, and they own the plant. And to directly answer your question, yes, because what they are doing is they brought on Microsoft. You've got that AI embedded in the system. So what we saw in 1979, that exact same thing, according to what I was told yesterday, cannot happen again with AI.
Wow.
Like, yeah, because you don't have humans looking at that right now. You have human trained, the best of them, to put that in place. The other part of this, though, Secretary Chris Wright, Department of Energy, was talking about what it does to pricing. And that's where President Trump's vision for bringing down the cost of things, because if you can, he's already done it with gasoline across the country. But also, if it's cheaper to heat and cool in the critical parts of the year, I mean, you win. You need nuclear, you need natural gas, you need coal. What didn't I mention? All that stuff they've been spending money on previous to Trump. Yeah. Right? We don't need all of that. You can have a little wind if you want, but we don't have a lot of sunny days for solar on the East Coast. I think like 196 is the average for Pennsylvania. So, I mean, look, they might have been fun ideas to partner with Europe and be like them, but they don't work. Right. So this is going to bring down the cost of energy, which is a critical point all across the board.
And Europe's not doing the same thing anymore, too, because that's not working for
France
them.
in particular.
Yeah,
Yep.
so here is Chris Wright talking about what it means for you.
We want to lower the price of electricity in every state and across the country to benefit consumers and to bring business and AI to America.
And nuclear is part of that equation?
Central part of that, America.
Well, big thing to know, the greatest energy costs in this country are Democrat-led states. But did you hear what the Secretary Wright said? He said the president wants to lower costs in all states, red and blue, because this is about America. This is not about politics. They know they have to do this to make us competitive, you know, just in the spectrum with China, with AI. And you don't want these companies running roughshod, just building their own this and building their own that, without being a part of that, because the president can treat it like Operation Warp Speed and speed up what Microsoft can do. And that's what's happening here. And have an eye to safety from all the plant owner told me they learned 1,000 lessons from 1979.
Yeah, sadly, some blue state governors just don't want any part of anything that's not wind or solar. You saw that all the refineries that have been shut down under Gavin Newsom. So you're seeing that. All right, we'll look forward to seeing more of that, Harris, on the Faulkner Focus at 11. And, of course, more on Outnumbered after that. Good job. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.